Oh yeah, friends, what is up? Congratulations to everyone today that made a shite load of money. Talk about everything here, what's going on. It has happened, the deal is done, obviously, and today was the big day where, I think a lot of people cashed out or said, hey, I'm gonna sit back a little bit longer. Whatever you want to play is great. We'll talk about all that. So let's break down what happened today. Friends, thank you so much for being here. Our new stock, not Digital World Acquisition, no more. No. This is Trump Media, Donald J. Trump's company. For ticker for that will be DJT, his initials. So the stock did really well today. I mean, all in all, we almost hit $80. I put the 78 on here. We didn't quite hit 78. We came just, shy, just a little bit of some change here. And then the stock just kind of had a huge sell-off. So, all in all, I hope I kind of gave people good information yesterday. It kind of did what I said. I swear it on a crystal ball. It kind of just did what I said it was going to do. I was thinking somewhere 60, 70. It went past 70. I knew, I said it would start off early, pre-market, really hitting a high number. It did. We had a 10 o'clock push, 10:30 push. Then we had this little bit of sell-off. And then, later in the day, right around, I think that was, like 2 o'clock, we're hitting that 73 again. And then we just started plummeting there later in the day, the sell-off. So, hopefully people, I think a lot, there's a few people that did, obviously more than a few, but, did a few trades a day just in this alone where, buy, selling. I told people yesterday, I was like, hey, listen, I would probably not buy back into this at a 60. I probably wouldn't buy into this at anywhere today to hold for a while because this could be it for today. And I'm going to say it. So when I say that, just don't get upset with me yet. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. So all in all, today, really good day. And I think this is just a bit of a taste of what could come here in maybe, September, October, especially November, and maybe just some random bull run. Obviously, the main question in everyone's mind right now, what could happen next? What is probably the next thing that we're going to see here with this stock now? With the stock and the company, I still think are two separate things. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think the stock could probably follow what the actual company is doing right now because we talk about the company. When I say company, I'm obviously talking about balance sheets. I'm talking about, debt to profit ratio, outstanding shares, volume. It goes into all that fun stuff that a lot of people don't want to look at. And, there is something happening here that I've spoken on this and, I think it's happening from what I'm seeing. And if you're one of these people, I'm not dogging you out any way, shape, or form. You're allowed to do what you want. But I think there are a lot of people that are just buying this stock right now because they want to support Trump. That's great. That's your God-given right. That's fine. But there's a lot of that going on. So I want to explain, I think there's a few different type of investors wrapped up in this right now. I think you have your day traders, you have your short-term traders who are trying to get in and out, and that more than likely was you today, those two type of investors. And, there's a lot of people that cashed out today and they're going to let the dust settle. And then there's people that are in this, with the mindset that this could go even further, or they just want to, they don't mind bag holding and they just want to be a part of what Trump is doing. You do you. That's fine. I'm not saying anything against any of those type of investors. When we do look at companies that have this sort of thing happen, when you have two companies that merge together, there's always a big push. We've seen this time and time again through the history books with two companies that do this. But with that big push will come mass sell-off. So I do expect to see sell-off here right now. I do expect to see the dust settle. I do expect this to go back down and take some damage, but good damage. I don't think there's anything wrong with this falling apart right now. We're expecting that. And that's why I was warning people yesterday. I was like, don't buy in too high right now. Don't buy in too high. I personally think this is going to go down a little bit. I think it's going to go down. I think over the summer, potentially, it could go down quite a bit. But I do think it's going to be very volatile in a good way where it's still going to remain a heavy trader all year, where it's going to move 10 to 15% up and down on any given day this year, where it could just, something could happen. Trump says something good, Trump says something bad, and the stock will react dramatically. This is going to be a very volatile stock. You have to really set your emotions aside with it. So repeating myself like I did yesterday, I don't want to give anybody any kind of number. I'm kind of out right now where I would say what could possibly happen next. It could run more a little bit this week. We've still got some days left in the market here. Looking through history and how these things usually work, they start to take a little more damage. People get, the hype's gone, the excitement's gone, and big money realizes that the hype is gone, and it's people are going to sell out. They're going to sell their shares. They're not going to leave their money here. And the more damage it takes, people are going to be becoming impatient, and they're going to be just taking the hit and leave, especially if you've already made profit off of it. I'm really not expecting too much. This is just me saying this. If you disagree, that's great, that's fine. We all have our expectations of what we think might happen here, but I am personally not expecting anything to happen on this stock more than likely until this fall. September, more than like August at least. August, September, October would be the big months I would look for this stock to maybe start growing again, because obviously I think it's pretty safe to say it's going to be Biden and a Trump race going head to head with each other. And if Trump were to pull it off and win again, this stock would probably, I don't know. We've never seen this before. We've never seen a president of the United States own a company that you can invest in. So I don't really know what the numbers would be. We could be in triple digits just off the hype and push alone. And, I don't really think there's a lot of people to, if he were to be president again, how do I say this? There's only so much the FCC can come down on him for, him promoting True Social. And like I said, that's a lot of what you're seeing right now. You're seeing a lot of people, they just want to be involved in Trumpism with what he has as a company, just because they want to be a part of it and they want to support it. And, if you're an investor in this, that's great. You want people to buy every freaking share of this you can. Still, to me, this isn't a play where you're looking at this and you're looking at numbers. You're not looking at quarterlies. You're not looking at debt to profit, all that cash on hand. These are not things you're looking at. There's still a lot of growth in this company. This is a new company. This is a brand new company. And they're not curing cancer at the moment. They're trying, obviously they're free speech platform, but they're still taking a lot of criticism and damage from the general media until things change, as they do here in the States. They every 4-8 years we have change in our society. Trump media here could have a huge future. It could, but right now I think I couldn't safely tell anybody. Obviously I don't want to tell anybody to buy into anything, but buying this at $70, $50 right now I think is almost a death sentence to what could come in the next few weeks. Like I said, we still might have a few hot days here, but they are very dangerous days to play with. So listen, when you look through the news, you're going to see articles where they say Trump's, social media site went public. You can invest in it now. It's hot. But then it just goes into like an onslaught of like, Trump this, Trump that. And, and I get it. And people that come on here and criticize what I'm talking about, I get it, man. Whether you like Trump, you don't like Trump, I'm here as an investor. I think the majority of us are here as investors. Whether you're bullish or bearish on a stock, betting against it, or you're betting for it, put options, call options, whatever you're doing, we're all trying to help each other make money. So this is, you're taking risk, you're taking chance, and obviously it paid off for a lot of people today. I've been calling this stock for 2 years. I've been calling this thing for 2 years, so this is a huge day. For this to happen. So it's great to know that it actually paid off in the end. But I still think there's a lot of meat left on the bone with this. I'm just right now, I think the buffet is going to slow down a little bit here. I think it's going to slow down. And and I dare say this too, Rumble, it's the 26th. Rumble has quarterlies tomorrow. So we're expecting Rumble to do well here. Did Rumble hit $9 today? I think it was like last time I looked at it was 1 cent away from $9. It didn't. It missed it just by a hair. It hit $8.99 at $2.35. Just missed $9. Dang. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a big day for Rumble, and if Rumble pulls off these stats, and I'm talking about Rumble because I think, Digital World, Trump Media here, and that's gonna take a minute to get used to. Trump Media here and Rumble are gonna run side by side here because these are two free speech platforms that are getting highly looked at this year, and Rumble is a very growing company with cash on hand and that is expanding very fast with all kinds of growth. So that's why I've been praising Rumble, like, hey, this is actually a company you should be looking at for a long-term investment, because this in the next 5 years could be something you could be missing out on. And I would really pay attention to Rumble more so than I would Trump Media at the moment. I think, like I said, I think there's going to be a lot of dust that's going to settle with Trump Media here. But obviously, we could have some more days here of pretty high trading. I think it's just going to be very risky at the moment. So, trying to cover what I said here. I've been rambling, obviously, but key points here is that, yes, we could have a few more days of high trading with Trump Media here. But I would tell you to be very careful. Just be very careful. Tomorrow, Rumble will be releasing quarterlies. I think the majority of people that invest in Trump Media invest in Rumble. Rumble, they invest in Trump Media. And those go back and forth, and they both support each other as platforms too. So I'm very excited, very curious to see what Rumble is gonna. Man, I hope they pull off these quarterlies tomorrow. Man, I hope they pull off these quarterlies. God, they need them. If they do pull off these quarterlies, this is gonna be like setting a rocket off with Rumble. It's gonna be like the green light. People are gonna look at it different. Obviously the whole TikTok deal with Rumble, I'm not expecting that. And even when that news broke, I was telling people, like, you can go back and look. I was like, I don't think it's going to happen, just because, Uncle Sam does not like Rumble. I think it's pretty obvious at this point. They don't want Rumble to have, seniority of TikTok either, because, the majority of those people that voted against TikTok, obviously, what do they have stock in? They have stock in Alphabet, Google. I don't want to say it because I'm on YouTube, but I think it's quite obvious. They're trying to get a piece of the pie here. So, friends, what can I say? Good day. For me, I'm just like, I'm watching the dust settle. I'm just kind of watching what's going to happen here. It's very early into the market right now. There's only a couple hours left at this point. What could happen? But I'm still very excited about what is going to happen this year with Trump Media here. True Social, whatever you want to call it here. I think there's still some big plays that could happen here. Like I said, I don't know how the summer is going to go exactly. To me, the summer would be a little slow. I think it will have one or two big pushes, especially when Trump announces his running mate for his campaign, and they obviously make it official that it's Trump and Biden. The media still has not acknowledged it. They will not. And third of all, obviously the closer we get to the election, this thing will probably start to run. So I'm going to be completely honest with you. My hope is that this stock probably runs itself down to $20 to $15. And that's a bad number, I understand. But my hope would be that it would possibly do something like that, and then everyone would load the boat back up and get back on and ride the next wave here in, October, November. That's really my play with it right now. That's how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm viewing it. And I think that's probably going to be the safest bet. So, it's a patient play. This is almost like trying to play the crypto market. You got to have patience, and that is the hardest thing to do when you're doing short plays, long-term plays that are really just short-term plays. But it's Patience is the hardest thing for any investor, and that's the one thing that will kill your money is patience. Friends, I wish you all the best of luck. Obviously tomorrow I'll talk about Rumble. I'll talk about Trump Media here. DJT. I gotta get used to that. So I'm excited. Let's see what happens here. Congratulations once again. Some of you have been commenting what you made and all that, and that's so cool. That's so cool. I love when we as the little guys win, and I hope you buy yourself something, put it back in the market, whatever you do with it, help your family, whatever you need to do. Some people were writing like, I'm gonna buy a new car. I was like, that is so cool. That is so cool. Congratulations, friends, and thank you so much for being here, and we will talk again soon. And I'm gonna talk about more companies, but I'm just like, the news is so crazy around these two right now. I think it's just so much fun to watch these two companies and watch everything else play out. Friends, take care. Bye bye.